press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello children, how are you? All are good? Is it? So today I am here with you with a new chapter. The name of the chapter is the Tsunami. The Tsunami. Have you ever heard this word tsunami? Is it? Yes. The tsunami, so which is a drastic thing where the human being's life change. It is a natural phenomena where it occurs in the oceans. So under the oceans, when the earthquakes were appeared, so then the tsunami comes out, means the tsunami, so in the form of waves. So in this story, we come to know about the stories of different people who have suffered during the time of tsunami. This tsunami happened in some of the places, some of the groups of islands. So that groups of islands are Andaman, Nicobar, Thailand, then Sri Lanka, Lakshadweep. There are so many islands are there which they were suffered because of this tsunami, and lakhs of people they were died in this tsunami. Is it? So in this lesson, it is a kind of a stories. The stories, so it is not like the stories which is based on some of the fiction, some of the imagination. Actually, it is a real stories. It is a real story of the people. So when the tsunami happened in some of the islands, so how that the tragedy is, how that incident is. Okay? And a lot of people, they are afraid, they are fear. They can't express their struggle, how they had struggled it. They can't express their pain also. And there are lots of properties and lots of people, and it was destructed everything in some of the islands. Okay? So here we are going to learn about the lessons, the tsunami. So how it changes the people life of some of the islands, some of the group of islands. Okay, let's see that. So which are that? Before I am going to read the lesson, I am going to start this lesson. Here there is some important things are there in your first page of the lesson. That is, look at the map. Here there is a map. Look at the map of the Andaman and Nicobar Islands given here. So you can see a picture of Andaman Nicobar Island. So where there is a Asia continent, the continent of Asia. So where the Andaman and Nicobar Island is situated. So it is situated the south of India. Okay, the east and south of India. So which is in the Indian Ocean, the head of the Indian Ocean, sorry, Bay of Bengal, not Indian Ocean, in the Bay of Bengal Ocean. And it is also, it occurs not only in Andaman Nicobar Island, but also some of the islands like Sri Lanka and also the Lakshadweep. Okay, so let's see what is this, the stories of the people who are suffered. So you have to observe the map before you are going to read the lesson, before you are going to understand the lesson. And here there are some of the activity, like now read the sentence below, rewrite the incorrect ones after correcting the mistakes. So here in a sentence, in the first page, after the map, here there are some sentences as given here. So what you have to do it here? So here there is some sentences wrong. So you have to correct it according to the incidents, according to their place and things. So you have to write it correctly. Okay. So here, so when you will write it, when you understand the lesson, when you know about the tsunami and this Andaman and Nicobar Island, then only you can able to write the answers for this. So before that you can't do it. So that's why I am telling you. So before I am going to start this, there is an activity. So I will tell you it later, okay, after finish the lesson. So let's see about the lesson. A story is a very large and powerful wave caused by earthquakes under the sea. On 26 December 2004, a tsunami hit Thailand and parts of India such as the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, the Tamil Nadu coast. Here are some stories of courage and survival. Did animals sense that tsunami was coming? Some stories suggest that they did. So in this introducing of this lesson, here there is a question has given here. Did animals sense is there any furious things are happening here? Okay. So they have the sixth sense, they feel it before is there any tragedy is going to happen, the dangerous things are happening in the world, in the place. So the animals are sense it, they have a sixth sense. So here there is a question, because in some of the stories it is had not proved it, but actually when the animals behavior, when certain people, when they observe the animals behavior, so they are saying it that so animals can sense the tragic and the bad things which were happening in the place where they are living. Okay, so here there is a question, is it a right here? So let's see that in the lesson. Okay, so before that, a tsunami is a very large and powerful wave. So what is a tsunami? It is a very large and powerful wave. The wave which has very large, the waves are not it is not a normal one. So when we visit to the beaches, so we are enjoying in the wave. Okay, so when we visit with our families to the beaches, so it is a normal wave, and after some of the limit of the ocean, the guards can't allow them to go there, because when the wave hit us, we can wash out with the water. So this is the reason. Okay, but this wave is not a normal wave. It is a tsunami. It is a large and powerful wave. It has a lot of force. Okay, caused by earthquake. So why it is the large and also powerful wave was appeared? Because of the earthquakes. So where it was appeared, the earthquakes? Under the sea. Okay, under the sea, the earthquake was appeared. On 26th December, the incident of the tsunami, so where the people suffered, so on the date of 26th December 2004. 26th December 2004. So this tsunami was caused because of the earthquake. So in the year 2004, a tsunami hit Thailand. So hit Thailand means, so the first tsunami was appeared in Thailand and parts of India such as Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Some of the parts of India. Okay, so which are the parts are Andaman and Nicobar Island. So Andaman and Nicobar Island, so it is called as a union territory of India. Is it? It belongs to India. Although it is situated, it is not situated the mainland of India, but it is a part of India. Okay, so it is also called as a islands. So it is island and which belongs to India, and it is also called as union territory of India. Okay, and Tamil Nadu coast, the place which is situated in the mainland of India. So in that coast of Tamil Nadu, the tsunami hit. Here are some of the stories of courage and survival. So when the people are suffered, the people who are seen that wave, seen that tragedy, so those people are survived after that incident. So they have said the stories how they have survived, and those people are called courage. And some people are saved the other people's life. Okay, other people's life. So that's why they are called as a courage. So they have the quality of courage, and how they have survived themselves. Let's see here. So here I have written here, So one by one I have written here, like what are the stories we are going to see in this lesson. We are going to understand about the lesson. So first is the stories of Andaman Nicobar Island. So the next is the story of Sanjeev and Meghana. So the stories are, so the people who are experienced, so during the time of tsunami, so they have told the stories, okay, to the world. So how they have survived and how they have saved the other people's life, okay. So this is Alma's Javed story, then stories from Thailand. The next is the animals and their sixth sense. So these are, we are going to learn in this lesson, okay. So first is about the stories of Andaman Nicobar Island. You can see the picture of the tsunami, the wave, the water which were flowing out, okay, flowing out to the land. These stories are all from the Andaman and Nicobar Island, the archipelago. Okay, here the word is called archipelago, which means a group of many islands and the surrounding sea. Okay, what is the archipelago means? The word means a group of islands which is surrounding with the sea. Ignatius was the manager of cooperative society in Kachal. Okay, Kachal. So his wife woke up at 6 a.m. because she felt an earthquake. So this story is the people who are living in Andaman and Nicobar Island, and in one of the family, so there is a man. So what is the name of the man? Ignatius, and he was a manager of cooperative society. He is working in a cooperative society and he is a manager in Kachal. His wife woke up at 6 a.m. Okay, so whose wife? Ignatius' wife woke up at 6 a.m. in the morning. And why she was woke up? Because she felt an earthquake. So when earthquake appears, so the earth has shaking. Okay, we feel like the earth is shaking. Okay, so so she felt it like that. Ignatius carefully took his television set off its table and put it down on the ground so that it would not fall and break. So when Ignatius' wife felt that there is an earthquake, so she felt there is an earthquake was appeared. So what he has done, the Ignatius, he kept his television, that is TV, put it down on the ground, because when the earth was shaking, so all the things were falling down. Okay, so he wanted to avoid that the television should break it. Okay, so that's why he kept it down and he wanted to avoid the breakage of the television. Then the family rushed out of the house. So when he was done that, so suddenly they were coming out from the house. They were rushed out. They went out from the house. When the tremors stopped, they saw the sea rising. So they felt that in the morning of 6 a.m. So when the first wave of the people who are experienced in the Andaman Nicobar Island, so what they feel the earthquake first. Okay, not the wave. The waves are appeared later. Okay, the big waves are appeared later, but the first waves they felt like there is an earthquake was. Okay, so what was they felt it and they were rushed out. Yes, they had understood that there is a shaking of that, then we have to go out. So they went out. So when the tremor stopped, so that earthquake was stopped for after some minutes. After some time, it was stopped. The tremor means a slight shake. Earth tremors, the earth shakes during an earthquake. Okay, tremor, which means that a slight shake of earth, that is called tremor, and earth shakes during the time of earthquake. So earth shakes during the time of earthquake. So it was stopped. They saw the sea rising. So what they have observed? The sea is rising. So sea is coming to their home. In the chaos and confusion, two of his children caught hold of the hands of their mother's father and mother's brother and rushed in the opposite direction. So when suddenly they feel that they had seen that the sea is rising up, so something is going to happen very bad. So they all started moving out. Okay, so who are those? Confusion. They are in a confusion. So what should have to do? Okay, what should have to do? They are in a chaos. So chaos, and it was completely in a confusion. Okay, so then then the two of his children, whose children? Ignatius' children, and they hold the hands of mother's father. Okay, mother's father means that is the and the mother's brother. So mother's brother, Ignatius' mother, brother, and also the father. They both went out with the two children, and they were rushed in an opposite direction. Okay, so that man Ignatius went in another direction, and these people went in opposite direction. He never saw them again. So that person Ignatius never saw them again. They were died and they were killed. His wife was also swept away. Swept away means washed away or moved away with water. Okay, so his wife was also swept away. Only the three other children who came with him were survived. So other children, so whose children? Ignatius' children, the three children were there. So they were only survived because they were with this man. They were survived, and remaining rest of the family were washed away. That is called swept away. Okay. So this is the story of Ignatius. Let's see what is the another story here. Sanjeev was a policeman. So I have written here the story of Sanjeev and Meghana. So now we can come to know about the story of Sanjeev and Meghana. Sanjeev was a policeman. He was a policeman serving in a Kachkal Island of the Nicobar group of islands. So that Kachal was situated in the Nicobar group of island. Okay. So that he somehow managed to save himself, his wife and his baby daughter from the waves. But then he heard cries for help from the wife John, the guest house cook. Sanjeev jumped onto the water to rescue her, but they were both swept away. Okay, so what is the tragedy here? So Sanjeev was a policeman. So he was serving means he is doing his duty in a Kachal in the group of island, in the Nicobar group of island. Okay, and he managed to save his family, that is the baby, daughter, and also his wife. He was safe to them. Then what happened next is, so suddenly he observed that next to his home, the person called John, he was a cook. He was a guest house cook. So he and his wife, they were struggling there. So he jumped into the water. He jumped into the water to rescue them. But he and those people also washed away. Means they were moved away with the waves. Okay. So this is the story of Sanjeev. Next is 13-year-old Meghana. So what is the story of the girl is 13-year-old. Her age is 13-year-old Meghana. She was also swept away. Means she was also washed away, along with her parents. So who was with her parents? The Meghana's parents, and 77 other people. 77 other people. Not only her family, other people means the how many people were? They were died. 77 people were also died. They were also washed away. She spent 2 days floating in the sea. Okay, the Meghana, she was floating in the sea. So for 2 days, holding on to a wooden door. They were washed away. They were not carries anything to save themselves. They were washed away, but she was survived because of the wooden door. Okay, so she got a wooden door and she was holding it, and she was survived for 2 days. And 11 times she saw the helicopters overhead. So the helicopters, so relief, it was called as a relief helicopters. Okay, so what is the meaning of relief? So what kind of helicopter here? Relief helicopters, so which was bringing during the time of floods. Okay, so helicopters which is using because during the time of the floods. So she was seen that 11 times that helicopters are moving, flying overhead, but she can't call them. But they did not see her. Who not see her? The pilots and the survival who are in helicopters. So they have not seen to this girl. She was brought to the shore by the wave and was found walking on the seashore in a daze. Okay, so how she was survived? She came out of the water, out of the sea because of the wave. The wave was rushed out, okay, to the seashore, and she was walking. She was found walking on the seashore in the daze. Daze means fear. She was in a fear. Okay, she come near the she came on the seashore. Okay, she was moved along with the waves. So water was moved out. Okay, and she is in a fear. She is in a panic. So this is the story of Meghna. She has survived. Next story is the Almaz Javid, a 10-year-old girl. Okay, the 10 years old girl. So the next story is Almaz Javid stories. So what is their story? What is her story? She was a student of Carmel Convent in Port Blair, where her father had a petrol pump. Her mother Rahila's home was in Nankori Island. The family had gone there to celebrate Christmas. Okay. What is the story of this girl? She is a 10 years old girl, and she was a student of Carmel Convent in Port Blair. So the Port Blair is a place name in a group of island, in this Andaman Nicobar group of island, and she was a student. She was a student of the school Carmel Convent, and her father had a petrol pump, and her mother Rahila's home was in Nankori Island. Okay, the mother, she was living in a Nankori Island. So it is Nankori means a place of island. The family had gone there to celebrate Christmas. So where they have gone? They have gone to Nankori Island to celebrate the Christmas. Okay, so they both were in a Port Blair. So they're working. This girl and also her father, they both are studying and working in the Port Blair, and her mother house was situated in Nankori Island. So they went there to celebrate the Christmas. Okay, so you can see the picture of in the Nicobar Island, that is here there is an Indian Ocean, and in the Indian Ocean you can see the Kachal and the little Nicobar, the Nankori, the Great Nicobar. Okay, so by observing the picture, the map of this Nicobar Island, you can understand where the place is situated. Okay, so this is about the story of Almaz Javid. So how the tragic is, how the people, how can they survive this time? Okay, so some people were survived and some people were killed. Lot of people, lakhs together people they have killed because of tsunami. Okay, so this is next. When the tremors came, so in the next paragraph, when the tremors came early in the morning, the family was sleeping. Whose family? Almaz's father. So Almaz's father saw the sea water recede. He understood that the water would come rushing back with the great force. He woke up everyone up and tried to rush them to safer place. Okay, so what was the story of Almaz Javid? They went to the Nankori Island to celebrate the Christmas Eve. When the tremors came, when the earth is shaking, so what happened? Nearly in the morning, so it was happened in the morning. Almost this incident took place in the morning. Okay, in the early morning. Family was sleeping, so they were sleeping. Almaz's father saw the sea water recede. Recede means moving back. What is the meaning of recede? Which is moving back. The water is moving back. So he felt that there is an earthquake. Okay, and suddenly when he got up and he looked out, the sea was moving back. Okay, the water is going back in the sea. Almaz's father saw the sea water recede. He understood that the water would come rushing back with the great force. So here the Almaz father, he has understood that the water is going back. So when the water come back, so what it will be? It will come with the great force. Okay, it is rushing with the great force. He woke everyone up and tried to rush them to the safer place. So suddenly he just calling to everyone to get up, and he wanted to reach them in a safer place. As they ran, her grandfather was hit on the head by something and he fell down. So when they were ran in a panic, okay, in a confusion. So suddenly her grandfather was hit to some of the things, and her father rushed to help him. So suddenly he observed it. That thing is happening in some few seconds, in a fraction of seconds, in a fraction of minute. So that things were happening when the man is not ready to understand what is the situation is. So when they were rushing out, so the grandfather, her Almaz grandfather, was hit to some of the things and he was fell down. So her father went to save the father's life. Then came the first giant wave that swept both of them away. The first wave appeared, the first wave arose, okay, and it was hit to that place, to that home. So they were washed away. Both of them were washed away. The father and the grandfather of Almas, they were washed away. Okay, the first wave was hit. It was called giant wave, a big wave. Then Almas's mother and aunt stood clinging to the leaves of a coconut tree. Okay, so Almas's mother and the aunts of Almas, they were in a clinging of the leaves of coconut tree. Clinging means attachment. They were attached to the coconut tree to save their life. Calling out to her, a wave uprooted the tree and they too were washed away. Okay, so they were calling to Almas to come to that tree, to come near to that tree, but suddenly the wave, the water was rising and the mother and aunt were washed away. Almas saw a log of wood floating. Log means trunk of dead tree. Okay, L-O-G, log, which means the dead tree. Floating. She climbed onto it. Okay, so Almas saw that there is a dead tree, so she was climbed over it and then she fainted. She was unconscious. She was fainted. When she woke up, she was in a hospital in Kamota. Okay, so when she was woke up, she was fainted there, and when she was woke up, she was in a hospital. Hospital in Kamota, the name of the place where the hospital is situated in Kamota. From there, she was brought to Port Blair. Okay, from there from Nankori to the Port Blair, she was moved. The little girl does not want to talk about the incident with anyone. She is still traumatized. Okay, that little girl was panicked. She was in a traumatized. Traumatized means she was in a greatly shocked and distress. She can't express the things what she has suffered. She is in a fear. She is in a panic. Okay, so she can't able to explain that how she has suffered and what the things are. She has seen it because she has lost her family also. Okay, so this is the story of Almas Javed. I think you are understood this, all of you, is it? So this is about the story of Almas Javed. Okay. Next is about the story of a girl. Here I have not written. The stories from Thailand I have written. But see the girl name. So she has not only rescued her life, and she has rescued to other people's life. So how? Let's see about that girl. Who is that girl? Okay. Here I have not written that girl name. Let's see here. Who is that girl name? So in the part second, Telly Smith, a British schoolgirl, was able to save many lives when the tsunami struck Phuket Beach in Thailand. Though she has won a number of awards, her parents have not allowed their daughter to be interviewed on television, made into a heroine. Why do you think they took that decision? Okay, so here I am going to discuss about a girl. The name of the girl is Telly Smith. Telly Smith, she was a schoolgirl and she is living in England. Okay, she belongs to British schoolgirl and she was saved many people's life. Many people's life where? When the tsunami struck in Phuket Beach in Thailand. Phuket Beach, the name of the beach which is in Thailand. Almost this is a period of Christmas. This is these days like 25th of December there is a Christmas Eve. So during this period, the lot of visitors they are visiting to the beaches because to celebrate the Christmas. Okay, so during that period the tsunami was happened there. Okay. Tsunami was caused. And Phuket, the place of the name of the beach is Phuket. Though she has won a number of awards, after that she has won the number of awards because her parents have not allowed their daughter to be interviewed. So her parents are not allowing to give her daughter an interview on television. So the parents are not allowing to this daughter about their daughter. They should not interviewed on a television and made into a hero. They don't want to make this girl a heroine. Okay. Why do you think they took that decision? So why you are thinking that that parents had took this kind of a decision? Okay, so parents are not allowing to interview this girl on television and made the television a heroine to her. Okay, so this is, and why they were made a decision like this? Do you think it? Okay, so you can think it. Now here is a story from Thailand. So this is a story from Thailand. The Smith family from southeast England was celebrating Christmas at the beach resort in southern Thailand. So this family belongs to southeast England, okay, and they came to the Thailand because to celebrate the Christmas. So they were they are stayed in the beach resort. The name of the resort name has not given, but that resort has situated in the place called southern Thailand. Telly Smith was 10-year-old girl, a school girl. So Telly Smith, she was a school girl. Her sister was 7 years old. Okay, and she had a sister and she was 7 years old. 7 years old. The parents were Penny and Colin Smith. The parents' name is Penny and also Colin Smith, the mother and father. It was 26th December 2004. Deadly tsunami waves were already on their way. Okay, so when it is, so in some of the islands, it was hit. The tsunami was hit in Andaman Nicobar Island on the date of 24th December, and some on 25th December, and some tsunami waves are hit in the 26th December. Deadly tsunami waves were already on the wave, so it is near to them. They had been triggered by massive earthquake of northern Sumatra earlier that morning. Okay, so it was triggered. Triggered means caused. So describe a sudden violent reaction here. An undersea earthquake caused the tsunami. It was triggered means it was caused. Okay, a great tsunami was caused. So where it is? In the northern Sumatra earlier that morning. Earlier in the morning of that day. So there is a great earthquake which was hit in the northern Sumatra. The water was swelling, kept coming in. Swelling means in a bigger way. The water is coming in a bigger way. Who has observed? Telly Smith and the parents were observed. Her parents were observed, and it was coming in. So it was coming to the land. Penny and Smith remembered. Penny Smith means mother. So mother has remembered it. The beach was getting smaller and smaller. I didn't know what was happening. So beach was getting smaller and smaller means the beach is coming near to them. Okay, so which is very near to them. So what happened then? Okay, so the beach was getting smaller and smaller means I didn't know what was happening. So Penny Smith she tell that. So before that, big waves hit to that beaches. So she has observed that the beach becomes smaller and smaller. Means the water is going back. The sea is going back. Okay. So then she has understood it. I did not know that what was happening. They are very surprised. The Telly Smith and also the family were surprised. Okay, so what are the things remained? I'll continue in the next class. Let's see. So what happened to this family? How they are saved and survived. How they are survived their family, and how they have survived to the other people. Let's see in the next class. Okay, I hope that everybody has understood this lesson, and it is a kind of this lesson is a kind of a story which people are suffered. Actually, they have suffered. Okay, so when this, and it is also giving a information to us. If whenever we visit to some of the unknown places, so what precautions we have to take. Okay, so this is the story. So today I am going to finish it now. Today I am going to finish now up to this. So I'll continue in the next class. Okay. So till then, all of you stay at home and keep learning. Thank you.